This is a multiple text question, and on multiple text questions, we start by looking at the prompt. And here the prompt says, based on the text, what would the author of text 1 say about the experiment in text 2? So the next thing we want to do is look at text 2. That's going to be our context, and it's going to be what we need to know in order to read what text 1 says about that. So looking at text 2, it talks about an experiment, and it says that they confirm the irreversibility of certain processes at a quantum, meaning a tiny level. So they confirmed it at a tiny level by doing some science, but they didn't pinpoint what causes that to happen at this tiny quantum or microscopic level. So now looking at text 1, we want to know what text 1 would say about that. So text 1 says, the idea that time moves in one direction is understood, but it puzzles scientists. According to the law that they're mentioning here, at a macroscopic, which is a large level, macro means large, some processes are irreversible. But the laws of physics at the microscopic or tiny level hold that they should be reversible. So now, this is going to match, now that we look at the answer choices, this is going to match answer choice B. It's providing empirical evidence that there is a problem. So text 1 said there was a problem. At the macroscopic level, things are known to be irreversible, but at the microscopic level, it seems like they should be reversible. And now the evidence is giving us, the text 2 is giving us evidence that there's a problem with that because we're seeing that they're actually irreversible at the microscopic level. So it goes directly against, and it's evidence that there's a problem. So answer choice B is going to be the answer. But let's just go ahead and discuss what's wrong with the other answer choices. Answer choice A says that text 1 would say this suggests an interesting direction for future research. That might be implied, but we're looking for things to be super literal. So there was no mention of future research, and therefore we can't pick A. Answer choice C says that what the experiment found is consistent with the current understanding of physics at the microscopic, but not at the macroscopic level. And that's actually the opposite of what text 1 said, because at the macroscopic level, they were irreversible, and the experiment found the laws to be irreversible. So it was consistent with the macroscopic level. So the two texts go directly opposite answer choice C. Now looking at answer choice D, that would be saying that the experiment supports a claim about an isolated system of atoms in a laboratory, but should not be taken to prove anything about the general universe. And there was simply no mention about isolated versus out there in the general. And so D is inconsistent. So the answer, once again, is going to be B for this question.